Have you ever heard of choice support bias? Choice support bias. I know you're constantly thinking of different cognitive biases that are impacting you, but today I want to talk about something called choice support bias and how it impacts you as a leader in general, and especially during this quarantine. Hey there, my name is Dr. E, and I work with leaders around the globe to help them optimize their leadership from the inside out. From the inside out, right? Everything that goes on up here impacts what goes on out here, what kind of leader you are to other people. And I wanted to talk about this concept called choice support bias. Now, when I was in psychology school, I remember it was my first week of classes and I'm madly taking notes with my professor. And I remember thinking, why do I have to get a PhD in this in order to learn this, right? Why doesn't everyone get this information? How to optimize your mindset, how to make your brain work for you instead of against you. And that has become my mission. And that's why I work with leaders to help them optimize leadership from the inside out. Because if I can help the leaders, then the trickle down effect in terms of their teams and their companies and their organizations is very powerful. So one of the things that I learned that really struck me are these cognitive biases, the way that our brain processes information. And choice support bias is one of them. Choice support bias means once you have made a decision, your mind will scan the environment to support your decision, right? So if you decided to, I don't know, if you decided to hire someone, for example, on your team, once you've made that decision, you are going to, and it's a subconscious thing, you are going to subconsciously look at all of the positive reasons that this person belongs on your team. How they're going to be a great fit, how their skills are going to be used, that kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that until it clouds our judgment. So let me give an example of something that I just was working with a coaching client. I do a lot of coaching client on Zoom, coaching sessions on Zoom. So I was just working with a client and he was telling me about some stress and turmoil that was going on in his household, right? He loves his family, but being together for such a prolonged period of time has put a little bit of tension on the relationships. And he was talking about how he had kind of lost it with one of his kids. And then as we're talking, he's justifying to me why he lost it on one of his kids. Completely great example of choice support bias, right? He had become angry. And so his subconscious then was looking for data as to why it was a good idea that he had become angry with his child. Now, why am I telling you this? Because sometimes it's accurate thinking. A lot of times it's not. And especially during stressful times, people are not always at their best. A stressed brain does not think 100% rationally. And as a result, causes us to not act 100% rationally. So when something comes up, when there's tension with someone in your family for now during quarantine or on your team, take a step back and ask yourself, am I basing my assessment on this by using choice support bias? And really challenge yourself to not only see why you're right, but at least 3 other perspectives as to how someone else may view it. By overcoming choice support bias, you are going to be much happier at home when you're with your family in quarantine, and you're going to be a better leader as an individual, a better leader in your family and community, and a better leader within your professional life. So beware of choice support bias, and that will help optimize your mindset so you can be an even better leader.